It's just Uncle Larry coming at you on a fine Friday. Hope everybody's doing great. This is going to be the first try at doing a evaluation video of one of our fellow homeschoolers. It should be super fun. I'm very excited about it. The guy was very kind enough to be patient. He sent this video a while back and I haven't had any time to get to it, but I hope you guys enjoy our new direction. Spinal Tap Mach 2. Fun day. I've been working on the house all day, the new house. I met Ebo for breakfast and he brought back a literal van full of amps that he fixed for me. An entire van full. So I'm in amp heaven right now, friends. I got all my stuff back and it's all on paper working perfectly. And I hope you're in as good of a mood as I am for that reason. Let's see. The Rick Beato thing was really fun. Guthrie and I drove down there to spend a day with him. Don't know when he's going to be posting that, but we had a blast. It was really great. He puts a lot into what he's doing there, and it's fascinating to see his whole process and, you know, how he thinks of things. You know, he's the master of YouTube and how it all works, and it's fascinating. It just made me think, wow, man, whatever you put your mind to, you can get really good at, you know what I mean? He definitely has figured out that whole world, and it's cool to hang with him. We had a good time. Really fun to sit in the car and drive for four hours with Guthrie, too. He's just a lovely guy. Good listener, you know. There's a lot of people that can't listen in this world. They just talk, all about themselves, you know. And I enjoy a person who can tell you a good story, but they can also just shut the fuck up and listen, you know, when you're talking. They're not just waiting for the next moment to say something, you know. I love that dude. I know you guys have been very patient, and I appreciate it, but I asked Josh at Baked Alaska today, what's up with the vinyl? And he said we should have it in 10 days, if you can imagine. Vinyl in 10 days, friends. Okay, so this guy's name that we're going to look at today, his name is Anthony Ziomek, Z-I-O-M-E-K. Not sure where he's from. Seems like a nice enough fella. What I'll do is I'll stop this video and I'll turn the phone around and I'll show you the 5-minute clip that he sent me of his playing. I just said, send me a clip of you just improvising where I can see both your hands, you know, so I can give it a full assessment of your technique and what you're doing, you know, and how it sounds and all that. And I mean, I said, man, just be open-minded. You know, if you came here for brutal honesty, that's what I'm gonna give you. I'm a nice guy. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but if you want an honest evaluation of what I think about your playing, I'll give it to you. And I'll also give you an honest evaluation of what I think about my playing. It sucks. So let's check this out, all right? I'm gonna flip the phone around and I'll do a little edit. Amazing, right? Okay, friends, I'm using this handy dandy phone holder that Dear Guthrie was kind enough to send me. I'm a bit technologically challenged, but I think we'll get through. So here's Anthony, the video that he sent. It's 6 minutes long. I'll stop and start and talk about certain things. Looks like he's playing some early 60s Stratocaster, which is always a good choice. Let's see what we got. Okay, here we go. Okay, so right out of the gate, noticing a few things. Lovely, clean Strat tone that he's got cooking there. Sounds kind of like the Strat, like when I play a Strat with my iPhone mic with a clean amp. It's got that beautiful Stratocaster ring. Looks like he plays with his fingers only, which is cool. Got a lovely right hand hybrid sort of, or not hybrid, but like a finger picking approach there. Left hand chords look nice and clean. He seems to get into like dissonant chords like I like, you know. That opening bit had open G string ringing through it and moving the chords around to sort of do partial chords with that open G string motif, much like the old Paul McCartney song Blackbird, but with a more dissonant version. Now he's gotten into some sort of percussive, sort of, you know, John Mayer-ish sort of slappy kind of thing with his right hand, which is cool. I'm noticing a couple things that I think he might need to work on. I'm going to get to that in a minute, but let's continue on here. Let's see. Actually, this is the second time I've watched this video, and I noticed it the first time right away. When he goes to that bit, he starts rushing. Like, that's the thing. If you're going to get into a trance-like groove like that, where you want the listener to follow you in a very sort of hypnotized groove like he's playing there, you've got to make sure you don't you got to keep them there, lull them into a place, and do not let go. And when he got to that new bit where he starts playing new chords, he takes off on the tempo and starts rushing. Here, I'll watch it again. I'll show you. You can feel where he starts to rush. Watch. Right there. That part would have been way more effective if you would have kept it in the original tempo, in the original groove, and make the listener wait for those notes, okay? The old bull, make them wait. You know, sort of, when you're playing at a slow tempo, don't get nervous. Stay at that slow tempo. Be patient. Make the person come to you when they're listening. Don't get nervous and try to come to them. Oh man, I can't stress that point enough. Okay, here we go. Let's keep going. Wang bar usage there, sort of, you know, tapping it in rhythm, you know, sort of going along with the rhythm of the song. Many thoughts about that, but let's move on. He obviously has never seen the video where I talk about the way to seamlessly use any kind of vibrato. I mean, a vibrato arm. He's making too big of jumps to get from where he's playing the guitar all the way down. He's reaching down to grab the arm and interrupting his playing to grab the arm, and he's grabbing the tip of the arm, which is very odd, and shaking it in a nervous way, not a sexy vibrato, and it's sort of distracting. Okay, it's like the fast shaking vibrato doesn't match the targeted emotion of what he's playing. It would be more effective if it was slower and sexier vibrato. So I'm going to stop the video now, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to show you the vibrato thing that I'm talking about with my writing. Okay, so he's got nice clarity in his chords. You know, his fingering is quite nice. You can hear all the notes in his individual chords. He's bringing out nicely. You know. But he goes to play a lick, and then he's reaching way down here to grab the arm way far away from where he's playing and moving it too quickly by grabbing just the tip. The best way to do this is to keep the arm in between your fingers, like this. I got a little bit of radio coming through that amp. You hear that? Some of the amps get radio signal in this house. Keep the arm between your fingers like this so that you can keep playing, and it's just there. You don't have to make a big deal out of reaching down to grab it, right? Just have it right here. Just practice with it, with the arm there, even if you're not using it, so that when you want to just barely move it, it's right there. You see? You don't have to reach down and make a big deal out of grabbing the arm. Okay? You can always tell people that aren't used to playing wang bars because they always make too much of a move to get it. You know, it's like, you got to bring it in close to where you're playing. Keep it between your fingers. Don't use your whole hand to grab it. You see what I'm saying? All right, friends, back to the video. again, I would like to see more conscious use of nice left hand vibrato, you know, instead of relying so much on the sort of fast, nervous bar approach. Okay, it's distracting the beautiful things he's playing. He's making some nice bends. He's playing some nice chords there, but all I'm thinking about is, oh no, stop doing that with the wang bar. Okay, so let's keep moving on. At this point, I'm like, what are we saying here? Like, it's just a barrage of chords with no sort of groove or point of interest, you know? It's like nice chords with a nice sound, but there's nothing to hang your hat on. Like, there's no groove, there's no song, melody or anything. You know, it's like, I would like to see that whole thing he just played more like, you know, feel, right, with a groove and like an inner melody and a rhythm to it, you know. It just sounds like a guy warming up to me at that point, you know. And he's got nice, you know, left hand is making nice chords, and he's got a nice touch on the guitar with his right hand. But I need to feel a story more, you know what I mean? Always be in song mode, always be in story mode when you're playing guitar. Don't just play free time. It sounds like you're trying out a guitar when you play like that. It's not, you're not playing musically. You're not, you know, you keep the listener always in song mode. That's the key. He's having to break the groove every time he goes to reach for the bar. If he would keep the bar close to him, he would be able to play in better rhythm and not be so, you know, not to have the holes there in his playing. You see, that the bar is like causing him to stop playing the guitar, right? Yeah. Able to get those cool, those are hard voicings to grab, you know, those that sort of stretchy open G type chords that he's doing there. It sounds really good. He's got a nice clean left hand. He's really hitting those chords, and you can hear all the notes really nicely. Back to the top, establish the theme, all right. To see him get a little more full body movement going. You know, you got it when you're playing a groove like that. Get your whole body moving in rhythm. Stomp your foot. You know, get your body involved. Don't just play with your hands. You know, it's a full body experience. You know, getting a groove going like that. When you don't have a drummer, you have to do everything yourself, and you have to generate rhythm in the most convincing way you possibly can. And it helps to have your full body going, right? I mean, people have talked about that in some of the comments, you know, and I think it's really important. My friend Dan Barrett always talks about that. It's a full body thing when you play guitar. All right, let's keep going here. Okay, at this point, I'm thinking like, wow, way too much of the fast vibrato with the arm. You need to explore different types of vibrato. Finger vibrato and wang bar vibrato should have different speeds, and they should be varying at all times to keep the listener interested. You don't want to always do slow vibrato. You don't want to always do fast vibrato. You got to keep mixing it up and intentionally coming up with interesting sounds. You can't just use the same vibrato on everything because it is boring for everyone, including the listener. Nice finger independence there. That's not easy to do, that left hand bounce. Nice hands. Okay, cool. All right, I'd be interested to see, like, you know, what can he use a pick? You know, what's he sound like when he plays single note leads? What kind of touch is he getting on that? But I respect the fact that he's sending a video, you know, just playing by himself, you know, because he's not relying on a jam track or anything like that. He's generating rhythm himself, and I appreciate that. And I urge others to do that. If anybody else wants to try this, you know, I would rather see you play guitar by yourself and see what kind of rhythm you can generate that way. But if you feel like you have to do it with a loop or something like that, I'm cool with it. But, you know, I'm more interested in see what people can generate by themselves because I'm super old school like that. But I really like a lot of what this guy's doing. He's got a nice touch. I think he'd be a good sort of clean rhythm guy in a sort of neo soul band. I really think he needs to work on the vibrato, the wang bar stuff. But I think that's, you know, that could come with some time. Try to work on getting a little more groove in his playing, a little steadier pocket, and coming up with more melodic themes in what you're doing that are, you know, so that's basically it. But overall, I like what he's doing. I think he gets a good sound, and I think he's got a good touch, and that's half the battle. I mean, hell, all this other stuff can be worked on. And all right, friends, I think I'm going to stop there, edit together these bits, and hopefully, Anthony, you enjoyed this, and hopefully you guys can learn something from watching this too. I appreciate you putting your ass on the line and, you know, being willing to show your playing in front of the class. That takes some balls. I appreciate that. If anybody else wants to try this, let me know. I think it's kind of fun. And thanks for being a good sport, Anthony. And I'll see you guys all later. All right. Class dismissed.